Проходим через делику. Мы вышли из змеюки, проходим через делику. И добавляем здесь не делику, 15 круглы. И добавляем 15 круглы здесь по полукругу, по дуге. Здесь проходим через делику, которая присоединяется к делике на пике. Тут добавляем 2 15-е миюки. Проходим через делику, которая вот тут вступает справа. Тут добавляем делику. Проходим через следующую делику. Возвращаемся вниз, на левую сторону переходим. Подтянули. Здесь добавляем делику с этой стороны. И 2 15-е. Проходим через делику. Далее входим в следующую 15-ю. И добавляем все 15-е. И так по кругу. Finish around. I finished my last peak in the back. Now I have to add 15 miyuki to come back to my beginning. Now here, next thing what we will do is we will bead with threads that we have on this coming out of these little peaks. And I have long threads in some places and very short in others. Like on this side, it's very short. So I'm not gonna have enough to accomplish what I need. So what I will do, I'll show you how to do both, with long ones and the short ones. But this thread that I have, my working thread, I'm gonna leave here. I have two threads. One is long, pretty long, maybe like 30 centimeters, and this one maybe 15. I'm gonna start with a short one. I'm gonna put the long one aside here. And start with the short one. It comes out of the left side. I'm gonna pass the needle through the middle, and this is what we're looking at. This row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Miyuki 15 beads. 2 here, and 1 in the middle. And this is the middle one that we need to connect this side with this. So I'm passing my needle right through that middle Miyuki 15, pull it tight, and I need to string 1 11 round and 2 delicate beads. I go up through this Miyuki that is on top of the 2 delicas on this mini peak, on the back of the mini peak. So I go on the top bead, through the top bead, which is 15 Miyuki. Pass left through the Miyuki 15 on top of the mini peak. And go down through the same bead on top and the top delica that we just added. Here we add another delica, skip one, and go down through the Miyuki round 11. And then we came out of this end, so we go the same direction here. Through the middle Miyuki 15. thread caught something else. Here you go. And go through the same beads again. This is pretty short thread, so here I'm gonna cut it. And I'm gonna use my long thread that was coming out of the same side left. And I will do the same here. Go through the middle, Miyuki. 15. Then go through right through the 1, 2 Miyuki rounds. So this is middle bead. This is the one that we need to come out. String 1 Miyuki 15 round and go up through the delica on the right. Go up through the delica on top and Miyuki. Left through the top of Miyuki and down through the Miyuki and delica. Go through down through the left delica. String 1 Miyuki 15. Attach it to, we're looking at this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is middle one, third one, this is fourth. Up through the bead we just added and the left delica. Down through the delica on the right. Up through the delica on the left. Down through the right. And the Miyuki 15. Then secure this Miyuki around this base Miyuki 15. here we add one Charlotte 15. The thread is coming out of this miyuki. You have to count this row, top row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the beads that's sticking out is the second one. And we pass the needle right up through the very first sticking out miyuki round 15. And here we string 1, 2, 3 delica. And we pass the needle through the top bead that's sitting horizontally on top of the very short, the shortest column, the end column. Down through the top delica. Pull gently tight and string another delica. Skip one, go down through the bottom delica. Here's gonna be a little tricky. Pass the needle right up through this base bead. Pull tight, then go up through and right through the next miyuki 15. And here we go up through this first miyuki 15. Just one. Up through this delica on the right. Pull tight. Here we add one delica and we pass the needle up through this delica. It's 1, 2, 3 in a row, passing through the first one, and the needle also passes through these two sticking out beads on the back of this column, like this. Needle goes through 3 beads. Pull tight, then string 1 Charlotte 15. Go down through the same 3 beads. Down through these 2 delicas. Down through this delica. right through the base bead. So it's important you the tightness of your bead weaving, because if I would be pulling all these beads here super tight, I wouldn't be able to go through this bead. It would not give. Now up through 2 delicates. Here we can pull, then up through the top delicate. Here go again through the bead on top of the cone. It's hexagon cut. And down through 2 delicates. String 1, 15 hex cut, and attach it to this Miyuki 15. Go up through the added bead and the delicate on the left, tight. Up here again. Pass through the bead on top. Go down again. Up through the Miyuki bead. Pull it tight, then up through the delicate on the right. Then down through the delicate and Miyuki. Left through the base bead of this Miyuki. Here we add 1 Charlotte 15. And going up through this Miyuki around 15. Add 1, 2, 3 delicate. Press the needle through the top bead of the end column. Go down 1 delicate. skip string 1 delica, skip 1, pass the needle down through the bottom delica, go left through the base bead, then left and up through the next bead, up through the first miyuki, and then up through the delica on the left, string 1 delica, go up through this delica, up through the 2 hex cut beads that are sticking out on the back of this column. Okay, string 1 miyuki, not miyuki, Charlotte 15, go down 3 beads, 2 hex cut that are attached to this column, and 1 delica, down through the 2 delicas, here we can also go up through the delica on the right. You can also do this. This is a variation. Up and through the bead on top. Also, I didn't do it here, but I like to go through things a couple times through beads. So I'm gonna secure this one more time, and I'm gonna go down through these 2 delicas, string 1, hex cut 15, attach it to this miyuki 15, up through the added bead and the delica, go up through the delica, through the bead on top, down through the 2 delicas on the end here, and then go up through this delica next to the one thread comes out of, up through this delica, and up through the 3 beads here. Move this one a little bit so lets the needle pass. And down through the same beads. And you're done with this side, with this part rather. So you will just secure the thread by going through a few beads. Try to go through here. Up through 2 delicas. And down through the delica and hex cut. And up through Miyuki and delica. Down. See if I can pass here. Hold tight, and I'm gonna cut my thread. And that is it. Now I have left to do 2 more. So you do the same thing. Use your threads that come out of here to finish up this part. So I'm gonna show you something else. I have 2 threads coming out of here, but they're both short. And if you remember, I used the thread to finish up beading around here, and I left it on top here. Here it's coming out of Miyuki. Here, right before the last delica row. I left it here for the future use, and that's exactly what I left it for. So I'm gonna string one of my longest strings here, bring the thread, second thread in front, and do the same beading here with this short thread, or at least start, and connect these two parts. So I need one Miyuki 11 and two Delicas. Go up through the Miyuki, everything we did before. Down. String Delica. Down through the Miyuki 11. Right through the base bead. Here I'm not gonna go up. I'm gonna go to the side to fill in as much as I can with this short string. Here I need Miyuki 15. Go up through the Delica. Down through the Delica. Everything's very loose at this point. Again, Miyuki 15. Attach it to this Miyuki. Go back up. Again, down through Delica and Miyuki that we added. Then right through the base bead. String 1 Charlotte 15. Goes up through this Delica. Miyuki 15. Then we add 3 Delicas here. Down through 1 Delica. String another Delica. Skip 1. Go through the last. The first one. Here we go right through the base bead. Then next Miyuki. Then up through this Miyuki 15. Up through right Delica. And 1 Delica here. And go up through this Delica and the 2 beads attached on the end here. do it separately. String 1, Charlotte 15, and go down through the 3 beads. Here my thread is way too short, so I have enough to just secure, so I'm gonna go ahead and secure it here by going through a few beads up and down here, and go down here, and cut the rest. Where is it? Now, even though I filled this in, it's still pretty loose with one 2-pound thread. So I'm going to continue, and I have to finish here. So I'm going to continue with a thread that I was going around, I was spinning around and left it here. And that is the 3-pound to go to that side somehow. I'm going to go down. And here I'm going to secure what I just did here by going through the beads I added and attached one more time. Down through the same beads. Up. Secure it here. down. Here we add one hex cut, attach it to this Miyuki. Hold on, this is my thread, the second thread that got tangled. This Miyuki here. That is also pretty loose. Go up. Now here I'm going to secure this Miyuki to its base here. Now here, I'm leaving this for now. I have another small thread coming out here, and I'm gonna pass through beads a couple times, well, as long as it allows me. So it's coming out of the right side. So I'm gonna go through this base bead. Go up through Miyuki 11. And up through the delicas. And Miyuki's here. Go up here, I'm going to secure it, and down. Here I'm going to cut it, because it's way too short. So this one is out of the way. And I continue with this thread up through the delica and Miyuki. It's becoming tight for me here. And left through this Miyuki 15. Down. Through Miyuki and delica. And I'm gonna finish on this side. I have a catastrophe here. The bead that sits on top of the column, the hex cut, which just broke. So that is the problem that we will fix like this. So let it be a lesson for you that these beads are very fragile and you have to be very careful going through these top beads. It doesn't happen often to me, or I don't even remember it happening ever, but it happened now. And of course I cannot redo everything, so what I'm gonna do is put like a patch on it. I'm gonna put a bead on top, hex cut 15. Oh, it's gonna be in another direction, but please be very careful with these beads. The way you put pressure on them. So you don't have the same problem as me here. So, like this. Do it a couple times. So this way it's secure. Everything is secure there because you have threads going through, but what we're doing is just covering up the threads with a bead. And just secure your thread and cut it if you don't need it to continue.